Who had a tremendous game in the match the other day. He was just terrific on Friday. Great work through the midfield. And the coach, Luis Felipe Scolari, is back on the bench, and he was thrown out in the first game, but he has been allowed to come back in. He has really tried to change this team to be more physical and to try some long ball. Quite a departure for Brazil. Now, Necaxa, they have a surprising goal. Adolfo Rios, the Mexican national team goalkeeper, has suddenly appeared in town, and he gets the start. That's a great surprise, but a great one for the Mexican fans here. And in the middle of the field going forward, we're going to be looking in particular for Blanco, Cuauhtemoc Blanco, who got the goal against the German team on Friday and looks very much to be the main man in midfield for them when it comes to creating chances on goal. And their coach, Manuel Lapuente, who came in 3 years ago and has transformed this team from being just an average side to being a challenge now for the Championship of Mexico.
We're minutes away from kickoff. Seamus mentioned that the coach Scolari is allowed to coach today. He was champions, of course, in Mexico. They took on the LA Galaxy in an exhibition. Aguinaga is over the ball. We're getting ready for action. Aguinaga and Carlos Alberto, who opened things up with his play in the second half. All set. We are underway from Chicago. Kleber with it. Reebok and ESPN2 would like to thank All Sport, Aquafina, and American Airlines for allowing today's game action to be brought to you commercial-free. Free kick coming up for Palmeiras. The Green Machine, as they are called. The Green Machine, Seamus, has got physical these days.
Well, yes, indeed. We hope we see somewhat more smooth running rather than some of that not very impressive kind of stuff. But I hope that they have learned their lesson. It is a physical game, of course, as we all know, but it got really over the top in the match that we saw against Atletico Junior on Friday.
Played up the middle by Alex. Here's Zinho. Watch his work. Alex playing it inside. He wanted Euler, and it's cleared out by Cabrera, number 2 for Necaxa. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Palmeiras. We're in the second minute of the first half. First game was won by Atletico Junior, 2-0 over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Galliano's number 5. Zinho 11 for Palmeiras. Galliano wide to the right side, but the flag was up. Offside.
Well, Necaxa may find themselves on the defensive for a little bit early in this game because they've got to respect the attacking power of the Brazilian side and hope to lure them forward a little bit and work on the counters, because after all, Necaxa, having lost the first game, cannot win this tournament. But as you mentioned, JP, Palmeiras can win it. They've got to win. They've got to win by 2 goals at least to catch up.
Euler on the right, number 7, played it across. He wanted Oseas. Montes almost gives up a corner, but recovers well. Hawalia's number 11, on far side, Cabrera. Knocked out of play by the number 2 player, Nenem, who replaces Pimentel, who was red carded the other day. Another throw-in coming up for Necaxa. Cabrera is number 2. It is scoreless here in the 3rd minute. Final game of Reebok Cup 97 from Soldier Field in Chicago. This is where World Cup 94 began. Dangerously, slowly play back to the keeper, Marcos. Some space on the left, but the ball runs out on Junior. Montes is 5 for Necaxa. He loses. 10. Alex. Broken up by Necaxa. Montes right. Good ball to Blanco, number 10. This cross just missing, and the diving header was Carlos Alberto.
Oh, and a great cross for Carlos Alberto to come on to, but he was not able to find the space between all those bodies. Tremendous ball. Good passing here over the top of the defense. Blanco gets behind it and is able to get the cross in, but look at the bodies hurling forward here, and the keeper really should have done a bit better with that one too, but his own defenders may have distracted him.
Carlos Alberto, 23 years old. He won't be able to lift this trophy because Necaxa are out in terms of winning the tournament. But Palmeiras do have a chance. You see that label about Reebok and human rights. They're playing with a ball that they guarantee has not been used in any way through the use of child labor from Pakistan. Everything being done now under one roof with close supervision. We're told this is the first international tournament where they've used a ball like this. Alex, number 10, can't get it. Cleared out of the back by Cabrera, number 2. Going long, and Carlos Alberto got hit. No foul called. Here is junior number 6 looking for Oseas. Wagner, number 4, had a solid second half the other night against Gladbach. Wide left, it's Bawalia, number 11. The Zambian international looks long for Blanco. Junior leaves it for Marcos.
Blanco, it's interesting, he's playing a wide left position here. We saw the good cross we had a minute ago, and now he's in a position once again if they can find him, but they go, yes, they go to him. Here's Blanco.
Blanco looks to cross it back, and he does. It's settled and pushed back toward goal. It's out. Carlos Alberto couldn't nick it home. Goal kick.
Oh, what a tremendous opportunity for Necaxa, who have found a way to unlock the defense with this good combination play around the right side. But in the end, it was Del Olmo, of all people, Joaquin Del Olmo, with a great chance, really almost too good a chance, because he had more time than even he believed possible, and he really made just an old-fashioned mess of it.
Blanco on the back, he'll try. Kept alive by Del Olmo. 7 is a player to watch. Aguinaga for Bawalia, number 11. Aguinaga in the box. On the double team, it's tackled out, a throw in deep, knocked out by Junior 2. Played inside. Oh, just missing.
Wow. What a good jump by Carlos Alberto, getting inside of Junior 2 there.
Getting outside now, it's Alex. In for Zinho in the middle. That's knocked away. Galliano got knocked down up the left side. Oseas in the 7th minute. Can't get through. Nice tackle, Almaguer. But it's stopped over there. They've got the foul. Or throw it if it was out.
Well, here's some of the upper body crashing right there. Not quite the feet first stuff we saw on Friday night, but so far nice to see good skillful interpassing from both teams. This is shaping up to be a good spectacle this afternoon.
Senior is number 11, a master playmaker. Up for Oseas. Wide to the right. This is going to come back towards Kleber, who's solid in the air. Aguinaga, number 7. Necaxa lose it. Amaral stumbling. And he won't recover from that. Foul and a yellow card.
Yeah,
on Wagner.
Wagner with the yellow. And of course, the Necaxa players really unhappy because they felt that there was a foul committed by Amaral in the first place to win the ball. Here's the quick free kick.
Palmeiras said Brazilian team's known for that. Another tough challenge on that far side, but no foul there on Cabrera.
My goodness. Well, here's Amaral having won the ball, but there very definitely Wagner coming in, a fellow Brazilian, although playing for the Mexican Necaxa team. And I thought there was a clear foul on the far side on the run to the byline by Zinho.
Adolfo Rios.
Or excuse me, by Euler.
On that clearance. Coming all the way back, Oseas. Those long strides almost got him open. Oseas working back forward. He's knocked down again. The physical play does continue.
Euler's a big guy. Tough target, but he's got some speed.
They're giving it a throw-in as opposed to a foul. Junior's pass inside. Alex to the byline. This cross. Oseas was close. This one's going to go all the way out of play, off the deflection. Let's go downstairs to Eric Winaldo with his first report of the match.
Obviously, guys, this one's a little bit more exciting than the last one. A lot of tempers flying, and some early decisions by the referee have caused both coaches to get up off the bench and have several meetings with the fourth official. They're just trying to get things settled down. I think both coaches don't want what happened the other night to happen here. So they wanted to settle down and just play some soccer.
Thanks, Eric. Enjoy the view from down below. Cleared away by Kleber. Wearing the captain's armband for his side. Tough man to get around. He does like to go forward, too.
Yeah, and also you'll see coming back in defense to help out for Palmeiras will be Oseas, number 9.
Corner kick for Walia. Headed towards Marcos. Oseas with a knock, gets it out of danger for the moment. It'll be a throw in deep for Blanco and Necaxa. Joaquin Del Olmo from the 94 World Cup side. Here he comes. May get it back off the deflection. Instead it's left. Esquivel plays it for Walia. And that's deflected away.
Well, good defense by Kleber, coming right out on Walia there. Walia, the open man, found very nicely by Del Olmo, but Kleber accelerating out of his defensive position. He is the captain and he's the leader of the defense. Kalusha Walia, very famous in Zambia, probably the most famous player ever produced by Zambia.
Off that second corner, loose ball, settled. Blanco fakes, shoots, St. Marcos, rebound, goal! Necaxa! Scores. It's 1-0.
Well, the ball comes beautifully over to Blanco. He fakes a shot with his right, pulls it back with the left, and then the shot is blocked, and it rolls beautifully from Montes. What an easy chance for him. 2 defenders on the line, but there's not much you can do about it. But Blanco with a great first fake. That opened up the space for the shot, and that's what got the rebound possibility. But a lot of credit to Blanco here. The shot was good and low, and it was well saved, but the rebound fell beautifully for Necaxa. And Montes, a central defender, was up for the corner kick and was there to convert the second ball, the rebound that came to him. 1-0 Necaxa. Now that is great for this game, JP, because that means Palmeiras really have to open up now. They got to win and they got to score some goals.
Palmeiras scored the first goal the other night in the match against Atletico Junior. Fell behind 2-1, and then got the tying goal very close to injury time, actually, that late in the game.
Well, we talked about Cuauhtemoc Blanco at the top of the show, the number 10 player for Mexico, being a key player for them. And he showed us why. He is cool in the penalty area. After Del Olmo missed a great chance, his shot didn't go in, but he showed the composure we expected him in the box.
Headed up by Kleber for Palmeiras. Palmeiras in green, down by a goal. You're watching Reebok Cup 97 here on the Deuce. Along with Seamus Mallon, I'm John Paul Della Camera. Necaxa's goal thanks to Montes in the 11th minute. Off that throw-in, Palmeiras settles. Scaliano is 5. Wide to the left side. Alex plays it up, intended for Junior. Junior's not had any room down the left flank, which he has had in the previous games we've watched.
Well, I think this start has rattled the Brazilian team a little bit. I would have thought they would have been carrying the attack a lot more, but the Mexican team, Necaxa, looks good.
Here's Ayuler. Goals in 2 straight games, and Ayuler was brought down. Rios didn't like the call on that one, but they've got a foul and a direct free kick coming.
Yeah, Almaguer with a very definite foul. Well, I'm thinking he's feeling that Euler's feeling that he should have been given the call about 5 minutes ago when he met it to the far side byline, and the referee just gave a goal kick.
Junior all the way across, and Oseas missed it in the air. Wide to the left side for Walia.
Boy, what a good ball, though. Terrific ball over the top there. Wonderful ball by Junior, and Oseas just mistimed his run. If he'd held back a little bit longer, he would have been in great position.
Forward pass picked off. Alex stumbled, though, through it. Necaxa will get it back. On the clearance. The flick, not a good idea. Palmeiras get it back. Chested by Oseas, number 9. Almost got through. With some help, Alex. Necaxa playing hard, not giving anything. Here's Galliano. Every ball's a challenge. Necaxa to Aguinaga, the Ecuadorian international, to the middle for Blanco. Member of the Olympic side from Mexico and Copa America 97. He'll give to Bowalia. Back for Blanco, who's now on the opposite side of the field. Kleber took him down, got the ball. Palmeiras are on their way, and Blanco's on the sideline, hunched over. Alex, number 10, Oseas. They tried to give and go.
Great defense, though. Terrific defense in there by Wagner, leaving his attacker enough space to lure the passer into playing the ball to the attacker and then just intercepting it.
Euler in a space. He wanted Oseas. Too ambitious on that ball. ESPN2 Boxing travels to Baton Rouge, Louisiana for a 12-round NABF middleweight title fight. Otis Grant will put his 28-1-1 record on the line against Danny Garcia tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Goal kick for Adolfo Rios, who played well during Copa America 97. A couple of games where he gave up 3 goals, but many great saves in the match against Brazil, and that Bolivia game was so full of controversy. But Rios did play well in that tournament. Here's Oseas. On the go. Wide to the right side, they'll play it. Inside for Zinho.
Boy, 3 players collapsing in Zinho, and he still spins away from them.
Well, Eric Ronaldo said he would watch Zinho. I think the Necaxa are watching him too. Not much has gone through Zinho in this first half so far, and we're beyond the 15-minute mark. Junior.
Oh, great move by Junior. Oh, another great move.
Here's the cross, and he'll get a corner out of it. He deserved it, didn't he?
2 great pieces of individual skill by this man, Junior, who is making them forget, maybe making them forget Roberto Carlos down in Palmeiras. The great Roberto Carlos. He's taken over his position.
There he is again, giving it up. Zinho with that cross. Oseas trying to pass it back across. Coming all the way back to the halfway line.
Seos is big and tough, but I wouldn't exactly call him graceful. You know, he doesn't have athletic grace. He has athletic power and ability, but he doesn't have that kind of subtlety that some big people have for, you know, they can take quick, short steps, and he's not one of those players.
Your goal scorer is Montes. He'll switch it all the way to the far side for Cabrera. That was too ambitious as well. It goes out for a Palmeiras throw-in. The men in green to Galliano. Zinho. Inside. Euler's offside. Euler's been a very creative player. A couple of goals in the last 2 games, and the 2 goals that he scored, tremendous work on his part.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The goal on Friday was that we showed at the beginning of the game here was just really one of the best goals I've ever seen. It was not the easiest of balls to receive, but he just had the imagination and the creativity to knock it forward with his head and then steer it past the goalkeeper.
Adolfo Rios, long distance clearance. Carlos Alberto was looking for Blanco. Kleber rejects it. He and Bowalia go after it. Here comes Kleber.
He's so tough, Kleber. Not the greatest outlet pass, but you know, the interesting thing I've been watching at the other end is that Carlos Alberto has been able to outjump his opposite number, Junior 2, in every challenge so far. Won them in the air.
Zinho with it in the 18th minute. A bending ball across, headed down, but right at Adolfo Rios. An opportunity for Alex. Montes to Blanco, number 10. Aguinaga, number 7, with 5 goals in World Cup qualifying. He gets free for Bowalia. Back for Aguinaga. Kleber on him. Good ball and through. Bowalia denied by Junior 2, but the great moves of Aguinaga nearly set up another Necaxa goal.
Oh, last-minute save by Junior 2. You see him pointing to his eyes saying, you got to watch out. People are not marking up very carefully. And he's right, people are getting through. And but the great run was tremendous by Aguinaga and the early release of the pass.
Blanco was just having an animated conversation / discussion, if you will, with Junior. Referee Essie Bahamas quick to go over. Deflected now to the left sideline. Zinio back from his stint in Japan. Euler broken up by Cabrera, who's now working on this side. Up to Blanco at the halfway line. Necaxa put it into space, but there's no one there making the run. Carlos Alberto was going more towards the middle of the field.
Right. But Junior made a very good retreating run in his left back position there. Sometimes that doesn't happen quite as expeditiously in Brazil, but he came back beautifully to cover that up. So if that's the kind of defensive play that Scolari has inculcated, that's worth doing. But the tough physical stuff that featured the way Grêmio played where he last coached, I'm not so sure I want to see too much of that.
Wearing the cap, Manuel Lapuente, head coach of Necaxa. That's his trademark look. Very seldom do you see him without it. Amaral going inside, and this one goes out of play. Adolfo Rios will have a goal kick. Amaral, one of the many players, welcome back to Palmeiras after a stint with other Parmalat-sponsored teams like Benfica and Parma.
One of the things that we expect to see from a Brazilian team is attacking the center of the penalty area, JP, you know, with good inter passing and so forth. But think about what Palmeiras has done so far is they've had a couple of flank attacks, and then they've had a lot of longish balls served sort of diagonally, trying to find this man, Oseas. And it hasn't been very productive, and it hasn't been too difficult to defend.
Oseas, one against the world. It looks like there were 5 defenders back there, and Oseas does not draw the foul.
Now, but that's what I meant by a certain gracelessness. I mean, he doesn't have the kind of the shimmy and the quick shifts that you love to see from Brazilian players. He has other qualities, obviously, but he's been alone in the center and hasn't been able to do much with it.
Tackle away on that side. Cabrera's been a rock over there. This team played really well defensively in the second half against Mönchengladbach, and they've carried it into this afternoon's match. Some tough marking at the back, good spacing by their defenders as well, getting some help. Even the other night, Bulayu was making a lot of defensive runs for this side. Cabrera on the left, chased by Euler. Gets some help from Zinio. Number 7, Euler, trying to put it through to Oseas. He wasn't even looking. Galliano on the right, number 5. On this cross, an unlucky deflection, I guess, for Cabrera. He'll give up a corner.
Galliano doing some good work attacking now. As you look in your screen at number 5, Galliano. He has normally been a very defensive midfielder playing in front of the back 4, but this afternoon he's pushing forward a little bit to support the central attack, but the central attack has not been very productive yet for Palmeiras.
Corner kick, Palmeiras, 22nd minute. 1-0 Necaxa. Right across. They were looking for Kleber, who was pushed forward. Easy to spot with his size and that captain's armband. He is strong in the air. And both ways.
Junior 2 has gone forward too. Yeah, there is Kleber. An imposing presence there in the box, trying to find some space.
All the way across. That was Junior 2 that headed that one out.
Well, Junior 2 sort of looping behind him, behind Kleber, and Kleber backing up, and the result is that they sort of made it difficult for both of them. But they're very tough in the tackle, and they're certainly dominant in the air, although, as I mentioned, I've been impressed by Carlos Alberto, the number 9 player for Necaxa, going one-on-one in the air against Junior 2. He's been strong.
At the halfway line, Necaxa will take it over. Chased to the back, picked up by Nenem. Nenem will play it forward. Zinio. Amaral. Now it's Galliano. Palmeiras trying to gain some numerical advantage here, but Necaxa are all back. Cabrera wins it. Bawalia. Nicked on that far sideline. It goes out. Kleber was over there defending. Western Conference leading Kansas City Wizards and Preki, the league's leading scorer, go head-to-head with Dante Washington and the Dallas Burns Saturday, August 2nd, when the MLS returns to ESPN2. Catch the action live at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Preki and company versus Dallas.
But he did everything he could to get into that box. There was a beautiful swan at the end of this. He clearly was hit at the outside. But look at this acceleration between two players. And there's the trip. But arms flying forward. A classic belly flop. But some vulnerability there on pace in the defense of Palmeiras. There's lots of Mexican fans here today, and they felt it should be a penalty.
Aguinaga's over the ball.
Yeah, he's the man to watch here. This is, he's got the skill to put this thing around the wall. They scored a goal here. Oh, that's a real mountain for Palmeiras to climb.
Aguinaga's shot. Oh, the goal! Aguinaga!
Time to get out your climbing boots if you're Palmeiras, but look at this. There's the foul when the two retreating players. And now look at this. Skillful over the near side of the wall and just inside the post. Terrific piece of skill right over the near side of the wall and just skimming off the inside of the post. May even have caught a piece of the inside of the post, but the wall is supposed to take that near post away, and you saw a player jump in the wall and it still cleared the jumper. So that tells you what skill there was in that ball to be hit over the top of the wall, over the top of a jumping defender, and still had enough dip on it to get in under the crossbar.
2-0 lead now for Necaxa. Eric Ronaldo, that's a great goal by Aguinaga. You've seen him do that before.
That was obviously something that he's very good at. The position that he was in and the timing of it. When he actually took the shot, that was probably the reason why he scored, is that he caught the goalkeeper a little bit off guard. He was still trying to set the wall, and the timing of it was the key. It was a brilliant goal, without a doubt, though.
A little reminiscent of a goal, perhaps, of USA-Switzerland that I seem to remember back in '94. When our sideline commentator put one over the wall like that and just before halftime for the United States. But it's always a wonderful piece of excitement in this game now. It's in the old days, I can remember only the Latin American players were able to do this, but now every country is concentrating on getting quality shooting over the wall, and it's now an exciting play worldwide.
And a foul, free kick coming up for Palmeiras in a deep hole, even for them. As great a goal-scoring side as they have been. Necaxa playing well with the lead. Tackled away, ball first. Good no call by S.C. Bahamas. Kleber on the pass for Zinho. Necaxa not letting anything easy get through, so it's going to be tough for Palmeiras. Alex. Oseas. Rios is there. Much like Necaxa needed a goal the other night against Gladbach, this team, Palmeiras, needs one before this first half to have a chance.
Yeah, but a good chance for Oseas there once again, but just lacking that sort of inside speed in the penalty area. Just not a great central striker. That's got to be a handball.
Was it ever?
Good in the air, an imposing character. But here you see the cross coming in. He's got to reach and control it. He does get the touch, but it doesn't have it. It's too hard to touch to bring it down and still have it within play for a follow-up.
Yellow card to Blanco while we were on replay. And deservedly, it was a deliberate handball. Nessie Bahamas made the proper call. There's Junior on the sideline, tackled out by Blanco.
Yeah, you thought that was deliberate. I thought the ball just sort of bounced up and caught him accidentally.
Well, I thought he did. I'll apologize to him later if he tells me different.
Well, I picked him as a guy to watch, so he's in my good books for a while, so maybe a bit too kind to him. Well, we're going to... Okay, we're not going to look at this. We're going to see a corner kick here. This is where a good chance for Palmeiras to climb back into this thing. They've got the big defenders coming up.
That means Kleber. This is Zinho, who takes these well inside, right at Rios. Kleber was there, but so was Adolfo Rios.
Well, Adolfo Rios made a decision not to come for that ball, which was wise because it was out swerving, and the player had a soft header, luckily for him.
Galliano wanted to give and go. Look at his ball. Oseas. They run into each other. He and Ayala. No goalkeeper. Rios does well. It's a corner kick, but Ayala runs into Oseas while everyone else is worried about a flag.
You've got to put those away. I'm sorry. You've just got to hammer that thing into the net right there. Just belt it. Oh dear, oh dear.
Off that ensuing corner, Rios came out after that one. This one's deflected out. Throw in for Palmeiras. Junior denied, but Palmeiras are picking it up.
And it's they got lucky with a ball that squirted through the Mexican defense there.
Ayala gets some help. Junior can let him go. Save Rios. That's a beauty. Galliano fires it low. That's deflected over. Adolfo Rios.
Wow, this is great stuff. What a wonderful game this is. Both teams sort of throwing caution to the winds and just entertaining everybody. A 2-0 lead, often considered to be the worst lead to defend, but here's this tremendous shot from Junior from a wide angle, and Adolfo Rios does well just to parry it.
Off the corner kick. A couple players missed it, but there was a push inside, according to S.A. Bahamas. Ball belongs to Necaxa.
It is intriguing to think about a Brazilian team getting all these air ball chances. But look at that chance. Look at that shot. And the rebound, the only thing you criticized was it was parried out in front and low. But on the other hand, he did well to just block it because it was hit with power and swerve. But on the other hand, as I'm saying, an awful lot of this attack from the Brazilian team is just high balls into the area rather than sort of quick, nimble 1-2s outside the box.
You're watching Reebok Cup 97 from Soldier Field in Chicago. Thanks for joining us today. So far, this has been Necaxa's day with a 2-0 lead. Goes by Montes and Aguinaga. This is Aguinaga. Pass gets away, but Necaxa get it back. Blanco is 10. It's deflected out of play. A throw-in coming up for Necaxa.
Okay, there's Amaral, who just made that tackle, but he has been virtually anonymous in this game, and he had a dominant role on the match against Atletico Juniors when he just absolutely dominated the left side of the midfield. This time he's been playing more central and more defensive, and he's really been a non-factor.
Cabrera sending it inside the head of the goal. Blanco.
I still don't think it was a handball.
Not that one.
The guy's on fire, Blanco, today. But look at this ball. A wonderful change of field from one side to the other, turning the defense around. And Cabrera comes in and serves a great cross. But Blanco, totally taking advantage of defenders looking at the ball, gets inside them and just buries it. No chance for Marcos. Well, what a shock this is. 3-0 for Necaxa. I would not have predicted that.
Atletico Junior thinking about raising the Reebok Cup right about now. And we still have another half to go. And more time here in the first half. We're only in the 33rd minute here. All the way back to Rios. He's trying to make Mexico fans forget about Campos. This guy's got to be thrilled. La Puente. Necaxa, when they're playing at their best, are like Palmeiras, a great goal-scoring team over the last few years. We're seeing some of that today. But from the new players like Blanco, who used to play for America. A festive day here in Chicago. They hope for a better turnout. The fans in Kane are enjoying this one, especially the Necaxa fans. The Brazilian fans, whether their team wins or loses, they enjoy themselves. They have a great time in any soccer match.
But this is getting to the stage of embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know, a Brazilian team down 3-0 to a team from Mexico. Ooh, that's a tough challenge from behind. That's a little bit more of what we were seeing the other night.
And you hope it does not develop into this.
Oh, this has got to be a yellow card. you could see the upper body and the look in the eyes, which often tells more than the actual
intent.
The actual tackle itself.
No card though. Del Olmo. Marcos, the backup goalkeeper, punching it out. He's getting some experience today with Veloso not starting. Here's Alex for Euler. A run on the right side, but there's support there. Here's Euler. Amaral gives it up. Galliano.
Well, Necaxa getting numbers back beautifully. Up 3-0. You think they would be cruising a little bit, but they got 8 players back in the box there and prevented the kind of play that I kept saying I'd like to see Brazil, the Palmeiras develop, which is some of that good quick passing. But there's been no space. There have been no gaps in which to exploit that kind of passing. That's why they've had to go wide and why they've been hitting longish balls forward.
Alex. Nice touch. Zinho. Holds. Shoots. Zinho with a goal. The magic of Zinho in evidence that time. Shutout's over. And now Palmeiras can begin to fight back.
Zinho, we talked about at the top, is the guy to watch. He gets a nice little ball from Alex, or a nice little 1-2 there. Watch his touch. It's the second touch there, and the hesitation. That's what set up the shot. It's that wonderful instinctive piece of play. Take a look at this now, because he doesn't take the shot at the first opportunity. Not now, not now, not now, now. And that's what created the opening. And, of course, the perfect placement to go with it.
Great stuff from Zinho in the 35th minute to rally Palmeiras. But now let's see, what do they do from here? Throw in for Necaxa. 36th minute. Aguinaga. This one goes out for a deep throw in. Aguinaga wanted the corner kick.
Dangerous throw in here by Necaxa. As usual, like all teams, they'll have a specialist who can knock it in there long, throw it in there long. Montes.
Long Montes throwing, but it's right at Kleber. 1-0 by Necaxa. Montes across. It's flicked twice, and then Junior 2 clears it. Euler with a touch on the outside. Nenem gives it up. Euler is on it. Number 7. Euler drives it across. Oseas is not close enough. And Oseas will draw the foul for that. The ball belongs to Necaxa. Let's go downstairs to our sideline analyst, Eric Winalda. Eric, we were going to talk about Palmeiras' pride and where it was. Zinho helped it along, certainly, with that goal.
Well, for sure. I think after Necaxa made it 3-0, you could see it in the eyes of the Palmeiras players that they just kind of grouped together and said, let's get back in this game. Let's get a goal. And let's try and make sure that this doesn't get embarrassing. And that's what we were talking about with the pride issue. I do think that Necaxa is doing a fantastic job of locking up the defense. But as you can see right now, they're jumping into them, and they're making sure they're going to make a game of this. So don't count them out. This might be a long one.
Especially if Palmeiras can get a second goal here. Play through. It's onside. Alex to the byline. The cross. I thought that ball was out, so did the assistant referee.
Well, keep in mind how that goal came. Zinho got the ball centrally. They played a 1-2 at the edge of the box. He got the opening to score. The kind of thing I've been talking about has been lacking in their play because they've been unable to stretch the Mexican defense. That was the first time they were able to open up that Mexican defense, and the skill at finishing was evident.
This was a team the other night that had over 20 shots in their game against Atletico Junior. Nenem playing it upfield for Alex. From the left side, Esquivel. Aguinaga brought down. All the goal scorers faced the punishment.
Challenge in there by Amaral. He just had playing more defense. Oh, quick kick.
Aguinaga's in, but so is Marcos. They took that one out of the Brazilian playbook.
I love quick kicks. I just think they're great.
Quick to say.
All the people who are arguing. It's a great lesson to folks who go out to play soccer to argue.
Aguinaga all the way across. The header! Oh, another chance.
Montes.
Again.
What was he doing up there? Central defender. There he is. Central defender coming forward. Rising beautifully over the top. and almost getting goal number 4. Boy, keeper in terrible trouble there. A free header almost from inside the goal area.
Palmeiras defense obviously missing the red-carded Pimentel from the other night. Another foul called. Free kick coming up. Palmeiras says it's a dive. The official says otherwise. But while you're not happy with the rough treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a foul.
As well he should be. It's absolutely kicked around the side of the knee by Galliano.
Palmeiras will win it deep. Zinho can't come out the first time, nor the second.
Great steal by Alex. Great work.
Oseas, some Brazilian flair and magic coming at you. Galliano holds, gives. Amaral deep. Oseas, the header, save Rios. The flag though was up on the other side.
Well, it shouldn't have been up. I don't think he was offside. He held his ground nicely. That's terrific passing. All because of the great run out of the back by Alec. We'll be seeing it here from the back here as the cross comes in. Look at this diving header. From that angle, it looks like he was offside when he headed the ball, but when the ball was released, I took a quick look and I was sure he was in line with the defender. But that's been a controversial call for the last 48 hours, that offside situation.
That one lands in the stands and will be tossed back eventually. But Blanco starts with another one. Oh, push by Junior 2. Was he outside the box or inside?
Outside the box. Going to be a free kick
Just
here.
Outside.
See if Aguinaga comes up for this one.
Dangerous spot if you're Palmeiras facing this free kick. Just outside the 18.
It looked inside the 18.
I thought it was.
You know, I thought it was.
Bowalia over the ball.
Oh, this is Bowalia. And he scored one of these against, of all people, Italy in the Olympics in 1988 in Seoul. Incredibly, Zambia beat Italy 4-0 in that game. It was a shock, the biggest shock since North Korea of '66.
Here's Bowalia. 41st minute. He's passing, and it's deflected out.
Corner kick.
Corner, yeah. Knocked out by Nenem. Sunday night baseball game of the week. Texas Rangers to Chicago to take on the White Sox, led by Frank Thomas and Albert Bell tonight on ESPN. Sunday night baseball game of the week. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. A lot of action going on today in this city of Chicago. Here's Galliano. That's busted up. Necaxa back quickly. Aguinaga onside, and he's got help. Across the way, Blanco settles. Lost it. Carlos Alberto, Blanco's free, and a shot. He scores! Blanco! 4-1 Necaxa.
Well, where is the defense here? All at sea. Blanco makes a mess of it, but then just sort of back heels it and gets it back and finishes without any trouble in the end. What an incredible play. That is Carlos Alberto on the finishing shot by Blanco. So Blanco now has 2 goals. And it's, I've got to say, the defense for Palmeiras was nowhere to be found there. The players open all over the place. If you remember, it was Bowalia who took the free kick here, out here on this right side, and he just sort of hung around there for the rest of the play to develop, even after the corner kick.
It looked like Aguinaga was going to have a chance at maybe a 3-on-1 break, and the longer that took, you kind of figured that it would be stopped. But instead, it's a huge goal for Necaxa to maintain that cushion of 3 goals. Right before halftime by only a couple of minutes. Back in the Necaxa end, they clear it. Galliano gets a good roll. Left side, Semines Euler. Couple of fakes, tries to get around his man. Monte says he held me, and now Euler draws a foul.
Boy, Euler is a great little scrappy fighter, though. A couple of minutes to go. 4-1 down, and he's battling hard to try to get a second before the half. They got about 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Junior will take this. He used to play for Atletico Mineiro. He's a good goal scorer. Seen some of that today. Some of those efforts. Rios knocked it down. Kleber got in actually too deep.
Pretty sloppy play by Rios. He got away with it. Just sort of batted it down to the ground inside the penalty area.
Aguinaga tripped from behind. He wanted to put the ball into space for Blanco, who could have bid on the hat trick. Coming back, Oseas. Nearly 44 minutes have gone in the first half from Chicago. Reebok Cup 97 with a surprising score. And Oseas had it. That's his best chance of the tournament. And as you said before, he's got to make those.
He's got to make those. I think they got to take him out and put somebody else who can score easy goals. There you see that ball just batted away by Rios rather sloppily. But again, good work out on the flanks. And look at this perfect ball served in. And he's just got to pick his spot. And he picked it, but unfortunately it wasn't between the posts.
You can't have a better opportunity than that.
No.
Everything was going his way.
I mean, I see those goals go in the over 50s league, you know. I mean, and if you're a pro, I'm sorry.
Say, you're bragging about your scoring again?
No, I watched it from the other end.
All right, I'm just checking. Here's Blanco. Pushing it back, and a yellow card just given out. Palmeiras showing some frustration.
Yeah, that's been a card that's been coming for a while. I think it's Amaral.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, his frustration has been growing. There's the late hit. I mean, totally unnecessary. And that's the kind of chippy, bad-tempered foul that characterized the latter part of the Friday match. And that could start to creep in when a team gets angry at being embarrassed 4-1.
We want to see the pride that Eric Ronaldo talked about, not the frustration. Here's Bawalia. Headed through Carlos Alberto. The more we see him, the better he looks. Here's Aguinaga across. Nobody was there. And Kleber, that's all he could do. Corner kick.
Boy, Aguinaga is just having a tremendous game here. He's beautifully adept at turning. Look at him getting around there. They just cannot get close to him. And Kleber does the safety first thing. So we're into injury time.
Played all the way across. Got to get Aguinaga involved in Major League Soccer. That's it. What a half we've had. 5 goals in the first half, and who knows, we may see some more in the second. There's one of the players of the match, Aguinaga. Montes scored the first goal of the game, and they've not stopped.